Hey guys, today I'm going to be solving Leetcode problem 26, remove duplicates from sorted array, but I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently. As requested in the last video, I'm going to be solving this problem for the first time instead of just resolving. So let's just hop straight into it.
Given an integer array nums sorted in non-decreasing order, remove the duplicates in place, which just means without using any extra space. If you want a longer answer, you can search it up, such that each unique element appears only once. The relative order of the elements should be kept the same, then return the number of unique elements in nums. Consider the number of unique elements of nums to be k. To get accepted, you need to do the following things. Change the array nums such that the first k elements of nums contain the unique elements in the order they were present in nums initially. The remaining elements of nums are not important, as well as the size of nums. Return k.
That was a long ass explanation. To give you the rundown, I think what it's saying is we're just going to return each unique element. Each unique element has to just be brought to the front, and the duplicates doesn't really matter. The first whatever number of unique elements is k, and we're going to return that number of elements. To me, this really smells like a sliding window problem, but there might be other ways of doing it. But what I'm thinking right now is that we can have two pointers. I'm not exactly sure where we're going to start each one, but I think we can start both on the first index. So let's just call it, I guess, 1 and 2 for now. And as we go through this array, 1, which is the first, it's going to be our first pointer, is going to signify what is a unique element. So everything behind it is going to be a unique element, and 2 is just going to be for swapping purposes. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. We're going to need something to keep track of what is unique and what's not. So I'm thinking to use a hash map. So every time we see it, we can check if it's unique or not. It is tempting to, I guess, use an array, but using a hash map is more optimal, I would say, because the lookup time of using an array would be linear, because the way you would do it is, let's say each iteration you'd have to check if whatever element you're searching up, let's say it's 1, is in the array, right? So that would, you'd have to check each one each time, right? 0, 1, 2. But compared to a hash map, it would just be constant time to just look up this number. So that's why I would opt to use a hash map compared to an array. When we look at 0, we can check if it's unique or not. Well, let's just say it is for now, right? Let's say it is. So 0 is unique. I'm thinking we just now set these pointers here. Now we get into the second 0. Should use a fucking arrow. Anyway. Now we get to the second 0, which is not unique. And here, I think we can swap something. I think here, we leave the first pointer and we change the second pointer, I think, right? So now we're here with the second pointer at 1. Okay, now we're at 1. So 1 is unique, because 1 is not in our hash map. I'm just going to leave that in now. We've seen it one time. So here, I'm thinking we can swap whatever is in 1 with 2, right? Because remember when I said we're going to use 1 to signify all of our unique elements. So I'm thinking here we can swap 1 with 2, and to make this easier for us, I'm pretty sure they said we could change the array. So we're going to switch 1 to, or switch 0, the duplicate, to something else to signify it's non-unique. So like it can be like a symbol. I think they use an underscore in that Leetcode example. And we can do this throughout the whole array. which I think should work. I'm trying to think of any edge cases, and this might be the brute force attempt, I'm not sure, but we'll see once we try writing this up. First things first, we're going to set our pointers. So I guess we can call it first. First is equal to, I think we set both of them to 0, right? So while second, we're not gonna set this while loop to first, because first is always going to be smaller than the array. It'll be less than the duplicate. So second is gonna be what we're going to set this while loop to, the length of nums. Oh, we should also set the hash map. So count if nums at first, right, is in count or not in count. We'll just go with this for now. I think we can go either way, but we might end with a problem. So if nums in count, that means it is non-unique. We're going to, I think we said we were going to swap, right? But I think we should first account for the other. If it isn't in, we're gonna count at, let's set this to 1. Doesn't really matter what you set it to. Now we should update the pointers, right? So first plus equals 1, and do the same thing to second. I think we should use an else here for the second case if nums is in count. And if it is, we said we were going to switch these two, if I remember correctly. Num1, and maybe we should make a num2 also, right? Num2. And this here, I'm not really too sure what this is called, but this is, I think this is called in place unpacking, which is just an easy way to swap two variables. So second always is going to be changing, so we're going to leave 1 and we're going to update 2. We're going to move this into just here, and then second is always going to be updated. Oh, we should also switch whatever is at num2 to an underscore or something to signify it's a duplicate, something like that. We'll see. If there's a problem, it will show up later. So I think this is the main code for now. Return the number of unique elements in nums, which k should be the unique element. Like I said before, the first pointer should point to a unique element, and everything before it should be a unique element. So I think we could definitely utilize that here to get k. I think that should work. Return k. Let's see. My hopes aren't that high. That's all I'm gonna say. Yep. So we check num. Maybe it's because we're checking num1, not num2. I don't think this swap is in the right spot. We get to another unique element, and we do the same thing where we swap this duplicate with the unique, and we move the 2 forward in the array, and this should work. 2 not in count. So I think this is going through correctly, because we can see that first is going through the whole array, but it should only stop at 1. It shouldn't go to 2. Num2 is not equal to, I forgot, I think I haven't actually been switching anything. I think I'm messing up my variables. Fuck. Is 2 not an integer? What kind of stupid ass shit is that? Okay, there we go. So now we can see that it's showing up. This should be, it is returning 2. I don't know why it's not working. It seems not to be swapping correctly. I think these variables have just messed me up. I'm just gonna redo this, because I think these variables has messed me up. Dude, there's no way it's almost been an hour. Holy shit. Oh my god. No way. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. It looks like brute force. It's pretty slow. We can definitely do better. I'm just not sure I'm gonna do better in this video. It's already kind of long. Okay, this is just an edit. I think I did end up getting the optimal solution. I just I ended up cleaning up the code a little bit, and it seems I got pretty good here for the first attempt. So I'm doing a thumbs up right now, but you can't see. I hope this was helpful, like me talking through my thought process and stuff. But anyway, if you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.